Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Wednesday, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand to the world. And the world to New Zealand. And I do worry about the insects. Perhaps of all the things that will cause the end of humankind, the insects are seemingly more and more likely. I get into work today and this thing was scuttling. There's really no other word for what it was doing. That's definitely the verb. Scuttling around the kitchen bench top next to the coffee machine, disappeared under the coffee machine. I don't even know is it a beetle? Is it a cockroach? It was quite fast. That was as clear a picture as I could get because it was really moving. But boy, it had a scuttle on. There was also one of those little midgy things flying around as well. Remember, this is in an office. This is on the first floor of an office building. Yeah, that you have to use a security card to get into. I don't know where its security card is. Then I go to this is on the wall just outside the studio. Some kind of moth, just lying in wait, probably for reinforcements. When the reinforcements arrive, that's when the apocalypse will happen, I presume. Yeah, I just don't know where these things are coming from. It's an office building. The doors shut automatically. How do they do it? Twisted evil geniuses, those insects. That's what I'm saying. I think I got the wrong end of the stick about this story. I'm not as concerned about it as I was originally. We've got Wellington staff at a shop called Scooterazzi in central Wellington trumpeting a massive increase in scooter sales since the bus carnage, which we have documented extensively on this show, of course. So people can't get to the shops or to work via bus, so they're just going and buying a scooter and loving it, apparently. And I thought that meant... Can you see what I'm doing there? That sort of scooter, or an electric version of that, because I know that they're getting popular around the world, but it turns out that they actually meant like Vespas and things like that. But even so, you need to watch out, because otherwise you don't want to end up like I did in 2002, if you'll recall. That's me, just hours on July 26th, 2012, doing an episode of glennzb TV after I dislocated this shoulder. You see the sling, you see where they had an IV going into me. Because I fell off my daughter's scooter, pushing that into work. Just a push scooter, not a motorised. So like I say, just be careful out there, guys. That's what I'm saying. Although I was still on drugs at that point, it was a very painful experience. There are better jobs to do. I would like to be a judge at the Chocolate Awards. The New Zealand Chocolate Awards are happening today. There are 15 pastry chefs and food writers who will assess the chocolates from around the country. Flavours like blue cheese toffee. That sounds good. Raspberry? Just raspberry. That doesn't sound very exciting. Pink peppercorn caramel. So there's 135 different chocolates to taste. I'm not, and I mean I'm more of a savoury guy than a sweet guy. It doesn't mean I won't eat chocolates. And I get that you have to train to be a pastry chef, but how do you end up being a food writer? Do you just start doing it? Could I start doing it at the Chocolate Awards? Could I then resign at the end of the Chocolate Awards without actually having to write anything about it, and then take it up again next year for the next Chocolate Awards? Probably not. Have I got a picture of some chocolates? There's the chocolates. I would have thought that they would not have the labels there. Wouldn't it be a blind thing? Can't you? How are you supposed to? Because you might have an affinity already for your favourite chocky. I would have thought. Anyway. Finally, bees. I know that we're supposed to be saving them. I know there's a lot of talk about bad things happening if all the bees die. But it's no wonder. Apparently, people are being encouraged not to spray their garden with harmful pesticides. Okay, I get that. And you can also help bees by planting bee-friendly gardens. Okay, all right. Another thing this news article says, make sure people provide fresh, pesticide-free drinking water for bees in a saucer with pebbles in it. What? This samurai wasp picture keeps appearing in my glennzb TVs. I want a picture of a bee. Where's my picture of a bee? No, not another samurai wasp. Bee, no! Stop showing me pictures of samurai wasps and show me a bee. There we go. That's sort of a... But, yeah. Anyway, you're high maintenance. You're like Sally and When Harry Met Sally. I know people, think about this scene because this lady here says, I'll have what she's having. But I think about this scene because they've just had a conversation about how she's high maintenance and, everything's got to be, she doesn't order off the menu and everything's, got to be just so, and she has to have a special dressing and it's got to be on the side. And her water has to be fresh, pesticide-free drinking water in a saucer with pebbles in it, like a bee. That's what I think of when I think about that scene. Does that make me abnormal? I'm glennzb. I didn't realise that GIF, or do you say GIF, was actually going to work on that, so that was quite cool. I'm glennzb. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. Man, we went long today. I hope you stayed with me. I think it would have been worth it for the moving pictures at the end, don't you? See you back here again tomorrow for more.